Here are 3 things that are holding crypto investors back from maximizing their profits. Hi, my name's Josh with Crypto Y'all. I've done about 1,600 one-on-one Zoom video calls with crypto investors. And what I'm about to say is probably going to feel like I'm reading the mail for some of you watching. So be sure and bookmark this video, give me a like and a follow, and share it with a crypto curious friend. Number 1, subpar self-custody. Now, I'm not judging you here. I'm not judging you. I'm not throwing shade. I just want to call out a pattern that I've recognized. If you're watching this video and you have an unopened cold wallet sitting on your desk or somewhere in your home or office, give me a number 1 in the comments, just to be transparent, because a lot of people order the cold wallet, but they never actually set it up and use it. That's because they hear something and they philosophically or conceptually agree with the person instructing them to practice secure self-custody. However, it's really intimidating when you've never dealt with wallets before, especially the cold hardware wallets, and it feels like you might be sending your money into the ether, right? Into the abyss, never to be seen again. It's also a new skill, and learning and growing and developing yourself creates friction, and that friction's uncomfortable, even if it's for a little bit. And a lot of humans, at least by nature, we want to avoid that kind of friction. So let this video just be a reminder of empowerment to say, open the box. Watch the factory delivered tutorial video, because it's probably the best one that you can actually get access to. Make sure you save all of your backup phrases manually, not digitally. Don't take screenshots or save it on a notes app or something, and just follow the instructions. Practicing self-custody with a cold wallet in a secure, literate way is the epitome of self-sovereignty and autonomy. It is literally the ethos of why crypto came about. Number 2, most crypto investors, if they're being really honest, and again, I've interviewed a lot of them, do not have a strategic acquisition strategy. And the reason why they don't have a strategic acquisition strategy stems from something else they're missing, which is usually an articulate goal. Crypto is a financial technology, and it's one of the few assets or the rare asset classes that you have an immense amount of control over, both from a custodial standpoint and also from a productivity standpoint. But people don't realize that when they get into crypto, because they just kind of are like chasing the dream, right? They're getting in, and crypto has a low threshold of entry. So people don't start with the end in mind. And if you start with the end in mind and you have a goal, then you can reverse engineer that. And you're going to, in that reverse engineering process, you're going to get to the point where you're like, okay, well, what do I do with my capital? How do I deploy my funds for maximum gains? And that, my friends, is where your strategic acquisition strategy comes into play. So before you deploy a single dime in the crypto market, create a criteria, create a list, a checklist of what you're looking for, what you believe in, and what you think the market, or where you think the market aligns with those previous 2 criteria. For example, in the 9 years of crypto that I've been involved, one thing that I've noticed over and over again is that layer 1 blockchains tend to get incredible multiples. They have Metcalfe law of adoption behind them, the whole network effect. They are basically building the racetrack. They're building the business that other protocols want to come and be a part of, you know? And layer 1 blockchains, just for the beginners, are like, you know, Ethereum and Solana and Sui and AVAX, etc. Those are layer 1 ecosystems. I love to invest in ecosystems. I've rarely ever lost money investing in ecosystems. So now that informs my deployment strategy, at least on some level, so that I'm acquiring intelligent utility business enterprise type crypto assets. And then from there, I can use my skills and my exit strategy to really capture fiat capital gains thanks to starting with the end in mind and having a strategic acquisition strategy that's in alignment with my goals and my beliefs. Finally, number 3, if you're a crypto investor and you're completely checked out from the macroeconomic scene, you're going to end up getting whipsawed around by the market like a play doll. It is imperative that you pay attention to the broader global business cycle. Crypto is an awesome up-and-coming future asset. I mean, it is an asset class that's here to stay. However, it's also very small. It's like the little leaf on the end of the branch, and whenever the smallest of winds blow, it rattles and shakes and shows incredible volatility, violence, and lack of predictability. Unless you understand what's actually happening contextually in the broader macro environment. For example, most people that have a crypto wallet right now have no idea what the ramifications of a federal fund rate cut or pause or increase would have in the next meeting. Most people think that Federal Reserve cutting rates is bullish and only can be bullish. But in the past, in reality, whenever the Federal Reserve changes their policy, it usually means the end of whatever regime of market we're in right now is starting to reverse. But also they can cut rates, and as long as the 3-month Treasury yield isn't crashing, then maybe it's a soft landing, and maybe we can endure a rate cut or two at 25 basis points. Or understanding the M2 money supply and the global liquidity and why foreign countries or central banks all over the world print more money as the DXY goes down in value. And by now, you may think I'm talking in code or abbreviations on purpose to try to shake you out or discourage you, and that's not the case. My point is that if you're a crypto investor, you got to take this stuff seriously. You can't just check out and say, oh, I'm not into charts, or oh, I'm not into the nightly news, or oh, I don't want to get into the White House financial plan. You actually have to if you want to be successful in a financial asset. I integrate all of these things that I've been talking about in the video in a method called the crypto flywheel method, where we generate cash flow, appreciation, and leverage. And we repeat this process multiple times within every bull market and inside of every bear market. It's a methodical way to double, triple, quadruple our net worth. And ultimately, crypto is our balance sheet. It's our balance sheet net worth asset. It's a digital property. And it allows us to do so many things as long as we are willing to apply ourselves a little bit and become the better version of ourselves. You can learn more about this and how to build wealth with crypto without becoming a day trader at cryptoyall.com. And if you found this video helpful, give me a number 4 in the comments. Like and follow for more.